Welcome to episode 15, you guys, of the Big Messy Bun. If you are watching on video today, this bun is massive. It is full of character. It's like got a whole galaxy of its own. It's big, it's full, and so is this episode. I am so jacked to bring this one to you because I hear a lot of feedback, not only from the podcast episodes that I've done over the last 15 episodes, but in life. And as a person who has been helping people on wellness journeys for 35 years, I have got to share this one today. Last week, I received a message from a woman and she was just so down on herself. She's like, I can't believe I did so good. I was coming to classes regularly and I just basically threw it all away. I threw it all away because I wasn't present in March. I was so busy with life and kids and school and everything else. And I wrote her back. I actually voice noted her back. And I said to her, listen, it's not thrown away. You got a little bit sidetracked with life. It happens. It truly happens. And I just said to her, just keep going. Stay in your lane, get focused, and come back. Like, that's it. We can't beat ourselves up for things that have happened in the past. I talked about this last week, about the idea of shoulding all over ourselves. I should have done this. I should have done that. Do you know how many things I should have done differently? But everything I've done to this far in my life has led me right to where I am right now. Right to where I am, who I am as a human, as Katey, as I show up in this world. And so I wouldn't want to change a thing. Were there things that oh my gosh, could have done without? Absolutely. But they all taught me something. I brought out my rock today, my little rock, and it is, what is this here to teach me? And this tiny little rock sits with me. And when I go through something where I'm like, what is this here to teach me? So when I shared with this woman about just get yourself back on, like just keep going, you're doing good. Should I have told her, you know what? Just don't even bother. Like just give up on the idea of creating a health routine for yourself because like who fucking cares? Just stop. I could have just said to her, you know what? Don't bother. Just keep doing nothing for yourself. But instead, I'm sending her some small things she can do right now. Kids are on spring break here in Manitoba. A lot of parents are busy. I was that parent. I'm no longer that busy as a parent. I'm busy in other areas of my life, but not that. So I'm going to bring you back to, I believe it was around episode 7. I was actually listening to my podcast today, guys. I was listening to it. I'm like, what areas would I like to elaborate more on and go deeper into, especially when I heard feedback. And the one area that I want to bring back is that 300 days in the year, most years, 365 days in a year, I do my best to do my best as a human 300 of those days. There's some days where I just don't function very well. And I'm really working on not beating myself up for those days. I have this little rule that I follow in my life. It's just kind of like it's just a little something I designed for myself I guess in my profession first is where I really put it to use, is I have an 80-20 rule when it comes to exercise teaching, when I'm teaching a class. So if I have 30 people in the room and I notice about 80% of them are getting the move correctly, maybe 2 or 3 are not quite getting it, but I see that 80% are getting it. I know that that's a move that we can work with and do and have success with. I also use the 80-20 rule in my life. In my life, I try to do my best 80% of my days, which means there's gonna be days that I'm not having my best day and that I just don't have it in me. I don't show up the way I want to show up. I don't feel the way I like feeling. And rather than beat myself up, and I'm going to be very transparent. Sometimes I beat myself up for a moment. And then I say, well, would I treat my friends like this? Would I treat my family like this? No. What would I say to them? I would say you're human, you're having a human moment, and just get back doing life the way you need. Sometimes yesterday, I woke up feeling very off-ish. I woke up yesterday, and today is the day I record. And I said to one of my friends, I said, I can't even record an episode this week. I felt so shitty yesterday. I felt so off. And she was like, why don't you worry about today? Don't worry about tomorrow. And here I am already feeling better tomorrow because that was yesterday. Come on, did you keep track of that? Yesterday I felt awful. I had a good nap. I had a good workout. I had a good sleep. I put some good food in my body. Today I woke up feeling really good and ready for this day. And so today we're recording. If I tried to record, and I just about did last night after my fitness class, I just about kept the mic on and just came into the studio to record. And then I realized, you're pushing it. Stop. A few hours ago, I didn't even think I could record an episode. So I was like, Katey, you go get yourself a good sleep, and then you come in tomorrow fresh. So 80-20 though, you guys. 80-20 is like a little rule that you can use with all things. I use it with food, guys. Like I put 80% of really good food into my body, and sometimes I throw in things that aren't going to be as supportive to my health. But I do it and I enjoy it, but I don't do it the reverse. I don't put 80% of not so healthy and only 20% of healthier in. I try to keep it 80-20. 80 healthy, 20 not so much. And when it comes to life, same thing. If I'm working on a project, if something's doing something, if 80% is going well, like, could I shoot for 100? Sure. But you know what? Brings me to my next step with you folks, consistency. I can keep going with 80-20 consistently. Pretty darn consistent. Some days I'm 100. Some days I'm 30. It all averages out. When people arrive in my fitness classes online or when I was in person, I would say to them, how are you feeling? How's your body today? I was just teaching a class this morning. One of my opening comments, we always do a safety check at the beginning of class. We do like a room evaluation, how we're all doing in the room, and then we do our own body analysis every class. Why? Because sometimes you wake up and you have an ache or a pain, or you slept weird, or your knee's bugging you, or you're having a flare up, or you didn't sleep last night and you feel like a bag of shit. So you're not going to expect to do your best. Do a little bit if you can. Sometimes you need a whole day off, and that's okay. Consistency, guys. Consistency isn't doing 100% every day. That's insanity, if you ask me. That's not doable. I don't know anyone that's 100% every day. If they are, they must be like not human, because I don't think anyone can go 100% check all the boxes every day. No, that's not human. That's a machine. Okay? And even machines fail, you guys, right? Have you ever had your computer not work, your phone not work, an elevator be out of service? Guys, your cars break down. They're machines, right? So you can't expect that. But consistency can look like this. The other night I was teaching and a lady messaged me. She's like, Katey, I just feel horrible tonight. I want to come because I like the community, but I'm really going to go easy. And then she messaged me. She left the class about 15 minutes in. She says, I've decided to have a bath. I said, that's part of your program. Just so you know, recovery is part of her program. And so rather than her feeling like she threw in the towel and fuck this, I'm not doing anything. No, she came and did 15 minutes out of a 45-minute class, and she went and had a bath, and she took care of herself. She did the work. Is it a different amount? Yeah. Last night she came to class. She kicked ass. I watched her through the screen. We do these kick moves with our legs. She was like, boom, boom, boom. Every kick was bang on. She needed that recovery time. So that meant one class she did about 15 to 30%. Last night she was banging out a 90%er. I watched her all night and she was doing it. That's consistency. Okay? Going full on, balls to the walls every night, especially ladies. If you are, ladies or gentlemen, Both. I was going to say if you're in menopause, because it's like a whole nother level of devil, that menopause thing. But I don't want to put that spin on it because it is what it is. It's coming, and I want us to embrace that time. So be kind to yourself, no matter your gender, no matter your age. Be kind to yourself during these times. Be consistent if you can. So that, again, that looks different. Sometimes consistency for me is like peeling off and doing a 10-minute workout and shutting her down, and I'm finished. I'm about to work out after this, and I don't know exactly how I'm feeling. Last week I took a fall, kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit, my side body. So I'm going to just take it a little bit easier, feel it out. I'm going to do chin-ups and see how everything feels. How's my shoulder? How's my elbow? And I'm going to go with it. I'm going to see what happens. Not going to beat myself up if I can't do what I did 2 weeks ago. I'm going to just see how it goes. And we need to practice this with ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Over the next little while, get dialed into you. As I said last week about staying in your lane. It is so flippin' confusing. I was just flipping through Instagram and I saw all these different things for all the different, like, do I wear a weighted vest? Should I only be lifting 600-pound weights? Should I be drinking this drink? Should I be doing... Get the basics. Get the basics. Sleep, lift a bit, walk a bit, eat some vegetables, throw some veggies into your life, throw some protein in, laugh with some friends, loved ones. Guys, get those basics. Then you can start adding into the mix. But you don't have to go and do it all and try to keep consistent at that. Do a bit. Get your basics going. And I am going to send out a really great plug for one of the show sponsors, myself. That was funny, folks. I am my own show sponsor, but I teach a longevity lifting class, and I also teach a modified lifting class. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're like, good Lord, I really do need to learn how to lift. There is a lot of talk of it. And I've been talking about lifting for 35 years. This is not trendy for Katey. This is the facts, okay? The facts are the facts that I have been lifting since I was 20, about 18, 20. Not since 18, 20. Since I've been about 18 or 20, I've been lifting weights. And that has kept a 53-year-old body with the bone and muscle density of a 30-year-old. Healthy 30-year-old. So I got a little idea of what to do. And if you are not sure, I urge you to get to these classes. They're online. You join us. It's amazing, and you will learn to lift. So if you're out there and you're like, or maybe you're out there and you're a lifter and you're going to the gym or you're a hiker or you do your thing and you're looking for like a little pep once in a while, you can join us on that level. Yeah. So anyways, I'll share links in the show notes how to get signed up with a monthly membership if you want, or if you're looking for a punch card. They're great. So I am definitely going to share that with you because I'd be a fool not to. And I'm not only a fool, I would be holding back on really valuable information for you. So I urge you to do that. So get your basics, figure them out, right? We've got to do that for ourselves. Remember the 300 to 365. I actually did the math because math is math. I wrote it out. So 80% of 365 is actually 292 days. So I'm probably doing 82% or 81. But listen, be kind to yourselves. Let yourself off the hook, guys. As soon as you can do that. I had that said to me, guys, I'm going to take you back because stories are fun. When I had moved into a townhouse with my children, I moved into a townhouse with my kids when we went through a separation from their dad. First, I lived with my mom for several months, and then we finally got our own little townhouse. And I remember moving in and getting settled in, and then that following summer, my friend came to visit me, Tammy, and I'm going to find the paper because I know I've saved it, but she wrote on a little it was a pink piece of paper, and she wrote on the paper, "Let yourself off the hook." And she was teaching me back then, 2008-ish, 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. She was teaching me about letting myself off the hook. What does that even mean? Back then, it meant something that it means today. Back then, she was trying to tell me, just, you're going to be okay. It's tough what you're doing, but let yourself off the hook from trying to do everything. I was single mom in it with 3 little kids and a sick mom. Guys, I had to learn that. Just the other day, I called her when I was overwhelmed in my life. That was yesterday. I had a moment, folks. And she was saying the same thing. Let yourself off the hook. So I'm sharing that message with you. I think it's such a powerful, I don't know how many words. Let yourself off the hook. 5 words. Okay? Let me make sure I got it. Let yourself off the hook. 5 little words, guys. I think they're really powerful because it takes us from that place of like perfectionism to progress. And we've got to keep moving the needle forward. So I'm going to end with that. I'm working really hard to keep these episodes to 15 minutes. And I'll tell you 2 reasons why. 1, because the attention span of a lot of people, not attention span, but time we have, you've got a 15-minute drive to work, takes 15 minutes to get ready in the morning. 15 minutes is sweet. And if you're not currently out moving your body yet, maybe you slap me on some earphones and I take you for a walk, right? I could be your walking buddy, 15 minutes, right? There will be a longer episode coming this month. I'm super excited. I have a brand new guest coming on the show to talk about a device that I use that helps with oh my God. Get it out, Katey. Incontinence. So if you are someone that gets a little sprinkly in your undies and you want to get that under control, that episode will be for you. But that's coming hopefully in the next 2 weeks. But for now, I'm gonna sign off. I do ask you a couple of things though. Please follow the show, share the show, and if you could do your girl a solid and leave me some comments. Y'all, you haven't left a comment since February. Come on, it's April 1st tomorrow. Let's get it together, okay? Now, let yourself off the hook and have a great week.